The Galactic Council had made their decision 2 centuries ago, and not a single species had objected. Humanity, they declared, was too dangerous to remain free, too violent, too unpredictable, too human. Melissa stood in the observation deck of the Prometheus, watching the blue-green marble of Earth rotate slowly beneath them. Her fingers traced the identification brand on her wrist, a mark every human born in the last 200 years carried. She was third-generation enslaved, born in the labor camps of Proxima Station, never knowing the soil of her ancestral home. "You're thinking about it again," Liam said, approaching from behind. His own brand was visible beneath his rolled sleeves, the Galactic Standard Issue uniform hanging loose on his lean frame. "How can I not?" Melissa whispered. "We're finally here, finally close enough to see it." The Prometheus was a Calrathian cargo vessel, one of thousands that orbited Earth's quarantine zone. Humanity's homeworld had been transformed into the galaxy's greatest mining operation, its resources stripped away while its people were scattered across 1,000 worlds as property. Humanity was useful, strong, adaptable, brilliant when properly controlled. They made excellent slaves. Liam moved beside her, and for a moment they simply stood together, 2 pieces of human refuse staring at a home they'd never known. The message came through again, Liam said quietly, from the underground. "They're ready." Melissa's breath caught. For 50 years, whispers had circulated through the human population, secret codes hidden in work songs, information passed through dying breaths, a resistance that spanned galaxies, built on nothing but stubborn human refusal to accept their fate. And now the moment had arrived. "The Galactic Council meets in 3 days," Melissa said. "Every species, every delegate. They're celebrating 2 centuries of peace and prosperity." Her voice dripped with venom on those last words. "Peace built on our backs," Liam added. "Prosperity from our labor." What the galaxy didn't know, what they couldn't have known, was that humanity had been preparing. Every human slave, every branded worker, every child born in captivity had been part of a coordinated effort that spanned 200 years. They had learned, they had planned, they had waited, and they had built weapons the galaxy couldn't imagine. The Calrathian didn't notice when Melissa and Liam slipped away from their posts. They didn't notice when hundreds of other humans did the same across thousands of vessels. The galaxy had grown complacent, secure in their technological superiority and humanity's apparent submission. They had forgotten that humans were persistence hunters, that humanity's greatest weapon wasn't technology, it was patience. The Galactic Council chamber on Zentara Prime was a marvel of architecture, a crystalline dome that housed representatives from every sentient species in known space. The Vryn delegates chittered excitedly about increased quotas. The Calrathian discussed expansion. The Thezic proposed new breeding programs to increase human numbers. No one noticed the human servants in the background. No one ever did. When Melissa pressed the small device in her palm, it didn't make a sound. Across the galaxy, millions of humans pressed identical devices at the exact same moment. The change was instant and absolute. Every computer system, every starship, every weapon, every piece of technology that humanity had touched, which was everything, because humans maintained the galaxy's infrastructure, responded to the signal. 200 years of embedded code hidden in plain sight activated simultaneously. The Galactic Council's chamber went dark. Life support failed. Communication died. Across Zentara Prime, across every major world, the lights went out, and in that darkness humanity struck. The Prometheus shuddered as Liam took control of its systems, overriding Calrathian protocols with human-designed backdoors. Around Earth, thousands of cargo vessels suddenly changed allegiance. The quarantine fleet, staffed by human technicians, turned their weapons on their former masters. "This is for every child born in chains," Melissa broadcast across all frequencies, her voice carrying to every corner of known space. "This is for every human who died dreaming of freedom. This is for Earth." The Vryn fleet lasted 17 minutes. The Calrathian resistance crumbled in hours. The Thezic surrendered within a day. Humanity didn't negotiate, didn't compromise, didn't show mercy to those who had shown them none. They had learned from their enslavement, learned every species' weaknesses, learned their technologies, their cultures, their fears. 200 years of forced servitude had put humans in every critical system, every important position, every strategic location. The galaxy had built their civilization on human labor, never realizing they were building their own tomb. When the Galactic Council attempted to regroup, they found their world surrounded, their weapons disabled, their ships dead in space. And humanity, finally unleashed, was not the primitive species they had enslaved 2 centuries ago. Melissa stood on Earth's surface for the first time in her life, breathing air that her great-grandparents had breathed. Around her, landing craft descended like rain, carrying millions of humans home. The brands on their wrist would scar, but they would heal. Liam appeared beside her, dirt from Earth, their Earth, clenched in his fist. "What happens now?" he asked. Melissa looked up at the sky, where the remnants of alien fleets burned like new stars. "Now," she said, "we make sure no species ever forgets what happens when you enslave humanity. We don't just fight back. We don't just resist." She turned to him, her eyes reflecting the flames above. "We erase the very idea that it was ever possible." The galaxy had supported Earth's slavery. Every species, every world, not one voice of dissent. And Earth had responded with a fury that would echo through history, a warning written in the ashes of civilizations. Humanity could be enslaved. But only once, never again.